Hi guys, welcome to my podcast, Love Heal Repeat, where I talk a lot about a variety of topics, mainly relating to spiritual aspects, because I have no one to yap to. So today's video is very interesting, and I'm really excited to film today's video, because, where do I start? Okay, anyways, last night, I stayed up till 12, which I've been doing a lot lately, and I'm not loving it. This ain't McDonald's, if you get that, because I used to be in bed by 10:45, 11, and then I would read for an hour, and I'd be like completely ready for bed at 12, like no screens for the hour before I read a book, or I just go to bed early, or I crochet, but no screens. And I'd fall right to sleep, and I'd wake up at 8, and somehow I got out of that schedule. I don't know what happened. I don't know how it started. But I want to know, has anyone else had a shift in their schedule, or is it just me? Because I think that's a little bit like, what's going on, you know? Why am I staying up later, and why is it so easy for me to stay up later? Like, what cycle within me has changed? Anywho. Oh, that could be it. Huh. Interesting. So they say don't trust how you feel about your life after, I believe it's 10 p.m. But I actually love how I feel after 10 p.m. Like last night, it was 12. I was sitting in my room. I had my windows open, my blinds open, my windows open. So it was only, well, of course there's like outside lights, but it was mainly just moonlight lighting up 222 on the timer, lighting up my room, and it was so beautiful. I was like, why don't I do this more? Like, I love this. Oh my god, I have so many things I want to talk about right now. So after 10 p.m. I feel very intuitive and very much like a high priestess. Like the tarot card high priestess, that's how I feel after 10 p.m. So why would I not trust that? Like, that's amazing. I think you're more emotional after 10 p.m., especially under a full moon, which is happening in 2 days. I'm recording this. Oh, tomorrow. I'm recording this on Saturday. The full moon's tomorrow on Sunday. The 15th. ASMR. I don't want to say so yeah again, but here I am. Yeah. I like how I feel after 10 p.m. I think you're more intuitive, inquisitive. I feel more connected to the divine after 10 p.m., especially at night. Like, it's just like, wow. Like, wow. Does anyone else feel this way, or is it just me? So there have been times, I can understand why they say that, because there have been times where I've wanted to text someone, and I'm like, that's not smart. Don't do that. And there was a time where I did text someone, and the next day I was like, I mean, I wasn't mad that I did it the next day. I was kind of like, oh, right, I did that. But anyways. Anywho. Yes. Oui. I just feel so connected at night. And I also want to talk about anxiety and your nervous system and how it's so easy to be dysregulated, and nobody talks about this. I mean, people do, but like no schools, nothing. They don't talk about this shit. I've noticed, or I've come to believe, that my anxiety is because I'm so stimulated all the time we're constantly stimulated here. Now that we have so many resources, we have technology at our fingertips, literally. Not literally, but you know what I mean. It's just like there's so much going on. The minute you look on the news, there's all this shit. The minute you look on social media, there's all this shit. The minute you're home, there's all this shit. Like, there's constant stimulation. There's always something to do. And no one just sits. And I'm not talking about meditate. You don't have to actually meditate. You don't need to close your eyes. You don't need to meditate in this way. You don't need to close your eyes and sit in silence. To me, meditation can just be, I meditate better with my eyes open. So it could literally just be you sitting down somewhere, preferably outside. Like, especially for me, I love being outside and I feel most connected outside. And just observing your physical reality and what you see, and also observing what you hear in your mind. 6:11 on the timer. So, last night, after 10 p.m., I was thinking to myself, this really came up, like, being so stimulated by everything. Like, even when I'm crocheting, I'm watching TV or I'm listening to something. Or there's always something. You know, I never just sit and listen anymore. And after I get off work, I'm on my phone or I'm doing something. I never sit. And maybe this is why my anxiety has been spiking up more recently. Because I'm like, I have nothing to be anxious about. You know? Like, nothing big in my life I need to be anxious about. Everything is like maybe minor. Or pretty minor. Just let that go. And I think we would have better regulation over our bodies and our minds if we didn't have all this clutter constantly, all this blah, 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 you know, all these million things pulling your attention, and you wouldn't overthink as much. I think sitting in silence, and maybe meditation is a trigger word for you, because it kind of is for me, because I feel like when I was first getting into spirituality, I didn't understand meditating, and I thought it was like this super big thing that you had to do, and like you have to set time for it, and I still sort of feel bad for never setting the time to do it. And I think that's maybe why meditation's a trigger word for me, because I'm like, oh great, now I gotta do something that I've been trying to do that I just haven't made time for, blah blah blah. I say that a lot now, blah blah blah. 8:11 and 8:18 on the timer. But I truly think that if we all paid more attention to what we feed, what our diet is, and I've talked about this before, not just our diet, what we eat, but also what we put on our skin, what we watch, what we listen to, who our friends are, the people we surround ourselves with. I think if we paid more attention to it and prioritized it more, and just healthy well-being and returning to our souls, things would be a lot easier. I genuinely think that. And that's something I want to do. And last night, I was saying, I want a social media detox. I want to just hop off of it for a while. I'm still going to do my podcast, and I think it'll be easier for me to receive messages and downloads, because I'll actually have time to think, and I won't be, I don't know, jumping off into the next thing. When I crochet, don't listen to anything, you know? And I'm in this journal group, which I love. It's fun. And one of the things we were talking about is it's not about eliminating social media or technology. It's about using it in the correct way, or in a beneficial way. So if you're going to listen to something, listen to a podcast that's informative, or listen to something that you've been wanting to learn about, or watch something you've been wanting to learn about. Watch a documentary or something. 10:10 on the timer. That seems very unappealing to me. I think it'd be easier if I just cut it out rather than switching it with something else. But I could be wrong. So I guess we'll see. I think that's sort of all. Sort of all. Sort of all. Sort of all. The Wizard of All. I saw Wicked. It was good. Yeah. I guess that's it. Oh. Doing things that you want to do genuinely and allowing yourself to do those things. So I live very close to the beach. I've been wanting to go to the beach at sunset to watch it because I love it. I think it's so beautiful. And I'm not talking about the orange sunset that hits west. It's orange. I don't like that. I like, and this is a vulnerable moment because you won't hear me say this, I like the cotton candy side, which is light and pink, a little bit of purple, a little bit of blue. That's what I like. And I see that at the beach. So I'd like to do that. And I've been wanting to do that for a long time, and I just never do it. And I just don't make time for it. And also, I don't want to do it alone. I do because I don't want to have to talk, and I don't want to have to worry about somebody else's time schedule. Oh, we should leave now, or oh, we should talk about something now. Like, I don't want to worry about that. I just want to sit in silence and enjoy this, but I also don't want to do it alone. So it's kind of a pickle. I'll have to choose one. Probably doing it alone. But just doing more things that you genuinely want to do. 12:12 on the timer. And 12:11 as well. If you really want to wear something, wear it. If you feel like this is calling to you, do it. You know, I was thinking last night, no matter what happens, especially if you're worried about making the right choice, no matter what happens, you have to trust that your soul calling and your soul will lead you to all the places you need to be, and you will never miss an opportunity that is made for you. You have to trust that your soul is strong enough to get you there when the time is right. You know, all in divine timing. So that's what I have to trust. I have really big things that I want in my life, and I have to trust that it'll all work out. And this helped me last night, realizing this as well. Like, doing things for myself that I want to do and knowing that everything else that I desire in life will come to me. You have to fully believe that, because it will happen when you fully believe it. Truly, I want some big things. And I have to believe that my soul is strong enough to lead me there, no matter what happens, and that I'll never miss an opportunity that is made for me. And that gives me, like, peace. That gives me peace and hope, and like, okay, everything's gonna be okay. And I knew it was, but now I'm like, really, okay, I'm gonna get everything I want. Because I want it enough, and I believe that it'll happen because I want it enough. And the universe will provide a way for it to happen, and I will work my way up there. But I don't need to overwhelm myself with, oh, do this, you have to do this, you have to do that. Because there's so much confusion, I feel like, with action. So many spiritualists and just regular people talk about it, where they're like, you can want something, but if you don't take action towards it, it's not going to happen. And yes, but also, I think there's a right way to take these actions. So I work, not every day, but it feels like every day. I have 2 days off each week, so I work 5 days a week. On the 2 days off, I'm still doing shit. I do have time to myself, thank God, but it's not like 2 full days to myself. So getting home on the days that I work, I don't want to do anything. On the days that I have off, I don't want to do anything. I want to do the things that I prioritize, which right now is crocheting. I have people who want stuff before Christmas. I want stuff before Christmas. My family wants stuff before Christmas. So I got to get it done before Christmas, which is in 12 days. 11 days. So it's prioritizing. And what helped me last night was having a clear goal. Okay, in January I'm going to start this, and I'm going to dedicate more time to this. And it doesn't have to be extreme amounts of time to learning this new thing, but which is investing, because I'm like, oh my God, I need to get on it. Like, chill. There's no rush. You're not going to miss something that's made for you. And whenever you start it, you're going to flourish anyway. So don't worry about it. And I'm like, okay, don't worry about it. It's okay. You have different priorities right now. In 11 days till Christmas? To Christmas Eve? What's today, the 14th? Why am I so... In 16 days, it'll be the new year. 16, yeah. I think 16 days. It'll be the new year. And in 16 days... Wow, 16 days, bro. And then you can get into this. And then you can start a new thing. But, like, allow yourself peace in this stillness and this quietness. If there's anything you take from this video, it's to declutter your space and your mind. And don't kick yourself, because that's not helping anyone. But I really think decluttering our spaces and our minds is going to be really beneficial for our anxiety and our nervous system regulation. Because yes, there are tools to help with anxiety. Like, I did tapping. That was amazing. I did tapping in my sacral area. Is that what I said? Didn't I say that in my last video? Basically, like, my stomach right below my rib cage, which is solar plexus / sacral chakra area. And that took my mind off of the feeling that was happening in my stomach. And that really helped me. So yes, there are tools, but I think starting on the inside and maybe fixing the root cause, or one of the root causes, is easier than slapping a band-aid on it, if you know what I mean. Hence why, like, I have dermatitis here. I want to say I had, because it's going away. 1811 on the timer. I had dermatitis here, and I've had it on and off for the last year, and I had it when I was younger too. I was like 13, I think. I had it for a little bit of time, and then it went away, and I never had it again until I was 18. I was like, damn it. I have medication for it that can help it go away, but I don't want to use that. I want to get to the root problem. And I've been putting extra raw Amish honey on it, and that shit works wonders, man. Honey is super healing. That shit works wonders, and it also tastes good. So, but yeah, like, try to get to the root problem. And also, if you have perioral dermatitis, it may be your toothpaste, because I switched toothpaste and it's going down a lot. It may be your toothpaste, so look into that. Possibly. I don't know. Anyways, okay, that's it. 1919. This has been fun. This has been great. Maybe instead of don't trust how you feel about your life after 10 p.m., maybe consider, why do I feel like this about my life after 10 p.m.? You know, because I feel like at night, the moon is out typically, and you're more connected to that, and you're more intuitive, and you're more emotional. Yes, you are more emotional, but it just means you're not. It's like when you're intoxicated, you say the things you really want to say, And they're like, oh, it's a drunk text. Oh, it's a drunk kiss. Nope, they wanted to do that. They just had no barriers before, or they had barriers before, and now that they're intoxicated, they don't. And maybe that's it. Maybe at night, you really feel this way, but you have things. And sometimes these barriers are good. Sometimes you come to a middle ground between them, and you can figure out what that is. But anyways, just maybe consider that. I think that's very interesting. That's all. Thank you for watching my podcast, Love Heal Repeat. Peace and love, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.